Hi, Bridge Church. I'm here with Chris McNaughton, who has been a part of our staff team for the last 6 months, overseeing our student ministry department. But I'm really excited that he is going to be staying on staff, but moving into some different areas of ministry. But before we get into that, Chris, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Well, I grew up in the Ottawa area. I love being here. I was a youth pastor for 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah, it was great and had a great time doing that. Was in Niagara Falls for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
As a campus pastor there. And so now we moved back to Ottawa, and we just love being part of Ottawa again, and really feel like it's kind of moving back home. So
right.
we've loved it. I've got a wife and one little girl and one on the way, one child on the way. We don't know what it is.
You don't know?
We don't know.
You're not going to find out?
Well, we'll see. We don't know. We haven't decided yet.
Oh, okay. There you go.
We may find out, but we haven't as of yet.
Maybe we should have a little pool to see.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be a fundraising thing.
Fundraising, yeah. $20 a guest.
Exactly. There you go.
See what comes out of that. Okay, so Chris, as I mentioned, is moving into some different areas of ministry that he's going to be, giving direct oversight to, and there those three areas. Number one is our guest services director. The second is Chris is actually going to serve as our first campus pastor. We've talked about, the point where as a church we're going to launch multiple campuses, and so Chris is actually going to be our first campus pastor when we get to that place where we launch. And he's also going to be overseeing some of our local mission initiatives. So Chris, that's a lot on your plate. So just tell us a little bit about those things and how they resonate with you, and kind of what excites you about all these different areas of ministry.
Sure. Well, for me, it really comes down to it's all about community. And I love being a part of the community. Mm-hmm. I love reaching unchurched and dechurched people.
Right, yeah.
That's what it's all about for me. And that's what I get excited and passionate about. So as far as I'm concerned, all those areas connect with that.
Right.
The fact that I get to be a part of people who don't experience church on a regular basis coming into church,
right,
and kind of what that looks like and how they're welcomed and how they're greeted and breaking down all those barriers. That's something I love and I'm passionate about.
That's huge. Yeah.
Of course, being a part of a launch team that launches in a new area and helps bring the mission and vision of the Bridge to another community, I think is just absolutely something I'm so excited to be a part of, and get to be in a small part of. And then, to be able to be a part of serving our community in very tangible ways and really showing God's love in tangible ways to them, and hopefully they encounter Jesus in a small way.
Right.
So I love being a part of that.
Awesome. Well, it's been a joy to get to know you, and many of you have already gotten to know Chris a little bit just in the last 6 months. One of the things you may not know is actually how Chris and I connected, and it was really, it gave me a lot of insight into who Chris is. So when we were, kind of in flux in a staff capacity, we needed, we were kind of going through some transition in our student ministry area. Chris was actually, he and his wife and daughter were moving back to the area, and Chris was just kind of searching out what God might have for him and and what that might be. And so he called me, and we were talking about ministry, and literally what he said to me was, I don't care if I have to get a job somewhere else. I just want to be a part of a church that is wanting to reach people, unchurched, dechurched people who don't know the Lord, and I'll do whatever I have to do and volunteer if it means finding a church that has that heartbeat. And I knew right then that Chris was the kind of guy that would make an impact not only in our church but on our team. And so I'm really excited that you're staying on with us and looking forward to everything that he does. So
am I.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
Yeah,
Love being a part of it.
We're really excited, and don't forget to get your bet in. $20, boy, girl. We'll see what happens.
I love Starbucks. My go-to drink is a Venti skinny vanilla latte. If you're there, you can get me one. My family and I have a Beagle named Bentley. For a very short season, I took flying lessons. I love the Toronto Maple Leafs. I love cars, especially old muscle cars. My favorite one is a Shelby GT500 or Eleanor for Gone in 60 Seconds.